Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Fab City. Good morning on this wonderful, beautiful Monday morning. Having me a peach detox tea. Let me read you what Yogi says. Communicate sacredness, build it, share it, and spread it. So I'm on here this morning because I'm thinking about struggles and, being in a place where you want success, but you're only seeing it around you and not within you, where you're only seeing success around you, and it's discouraging you, right? Because you're struggling and you're seeing other people succeed and build and create things, and you're wondering, why not me? When will that be me? And I felt compelled to come on here and talk about this today because I remember being there. I remember sitting there and watching everybody be successful around me, and women making their $1 million and buying their new cars, and all these things that maybe matter to them. And I want you to ask yourself that, and don't even matter to me, but watching that and still feeling some kind of way inside, like, damn, like, I wish that was me. I wish that. Good morning, gorgeous soul. Like, I wish that was me. I wish that I had that money or that freedom or that lifestyle. Wishing in that moment because what I saw seemed liberated, but not because I wanted exactly what I saw. You feel me? Have you been there? Like, you're watching other women successful and they're killing it in their business, and they're to the point where they don't have to struggle and work anymore, right? And you're sitting back there like, why not me? Or when me? Or what will I have to create for that to be me? What more do I have to do? Like, where do I have to go? Who do I have to know? And these are good questions for you to ask yourself, because you should always be looking within to find that part of you that's going to drive you to have the success that you want. But I want you to ask yourself, when you're seeing other people successful, do you truly want their lifestyle? Sit and think about that, because some people will watch it, get depressed, get discouraged, feel unworthy, but they don't even want half of the shit that the other person has, right? So for me, I look at that now and I'm like, that's cool. That's awesome that she has a whatever that I don't want, a yacht, whatever. I'm like, that's awesome. When you see other women that are killing it in their business and they're not struggling anymore, because they struggled already. They went through what they had to go through, and you've got to respect that too. You don't know the insides of everybody's life and everybody's business. So when you see this, don't look at it and get discouraged and say, why not me? Or when me? I want you to know that it's you right now. It's you right now. Your future is in the present today. Those things you want are because of your thoughts today. Those things that you see other women accomplish and succeed in, they wanted those things, not the day that you saw it come to life. They've wanted it, right? And they've listened to the intuition, they've taken action. I want you to realize that they and us, we all have the same power. Some of us, you'll see it manifest faster than others, because some of us are doing the alignment work, right? Some of us are being rewarded for a lot of things that no one else sees us do. And the reason why they have access and it comes so fast, this success and whatever else, of course, is due to their hard work, but it's because they feel worthy. They feel worthy. Do you feel worthy of the success that you want? Do you feel worthy of the success that you want? Ask yourself that. Would you feel completely fine right now if you woke up in the middle of an ocean on your boat, sipping a tea or martini, right? And you're the richest person in your family, in your circle. Like, do you feel worthy of that? And I'm asking you that because I realize now that more things are happening for me now that I feel worthy than they were a year ago, when I wasn't feeling worthy, when I just desired them, when I just wanted them. So there's some things that you want, there's things that I want, and they haven't manifested yet because of alignment, because of divine order, God's time, but most likely as well, it's worthiness. And I don't want you to say, you don't have to say you feel worthy. right? You need to feel it. You need to feel worthy. And that was the difference for me. I was saying it and not feeling it. You have to feel it, and you have to understand that unworthiness is the gap from what you want and having it. See, and when women feel worthy, it's like they get anything that they want. But you gotta feel worthy of it. Good morning, good morning. So when you see that and you see that success and you may think, damn, they're the same age as me, or they probably have more kids than me, or whatever the case is, and they making money, they making their bread, and they doing their thing. Remember, there are things that are done behind closed doors that the public don't see, and God rewards for those things. Whether you're good to your neighbors, right, your family, you're a good father, mother, parent, you treat people with respect, all these things that you don't see, plus the worthiness that they feel of having the things that they possess. Some of us want to possess them, but we don't feel worthy of them. And you can't just say you feel worthy, you got to feel it. And I'm going to go down, I'm going to explain why you got to feel it. So when you say it, I feel worthy, but you don't feel it, there's no way. There's no way you can use the most honest words that you want. Thank you, God. Please, God. You can use the most honest words, or I'm a nice person, and think the most honest things in your mind. If you don't feel the things that you say, you cannot have the things that you want. Because the feeling is the vibration, and everybody spends a lot of time talking about law of attraction, but they don't educate on law of vibration. That feeling in your body, that feeling in your body comes from the thoughts in your mind, right? So now when you don't feel worthy and you don't feel successful, you got to ask yourself, what have I been thinking that's making me feel this way? You ever got into a vibration that you couldn't kick? I did the other day. Got a little pissed off. Saw all of my vibes shifted, right? It happens, right? In that moment, I know that my vibrations control what is coming to me and what I'm projecting out. So right away in that moment, I have to change my thoughts. I have to say, okay, I'm a little angry. I'm upset. Let's keep it here and not go here, because I can't afford to mess up my vibes. So I'm saying this to you. Sitting back, watching other people succeed, let it be an encouragement to you that it's possible, especially when you see somebody that you feel, sometimes you may feel other people are not worthy of their success. Like how so-and-so get there, or how they do that. Sit back and let that encourage you, and know that when you see that, be like, shit, anybody could be successful, right? I'm over here thinking I gotta be perfect and I gotta be rich, and maybe me and the hubby gotta move and we gotta be in a different location, and I need 1,000 new customers and clients. Let that be an encouragement to you that if you feel worthy and you are in alignment and you're doing the good shit, don't worry about doing all your good stuff on social media. I mean, perfect example, I haven't posted on Instagram in like 7 days. Why? Because I don't feel in alignment yet. When I have a powerful message, I will come through. Until then, I let God keep working and using this power elsewhere, in my house where I feel like it's needed, in my children where I feel like it's needed. I use my power where I feel at the time that it needs to be directed. So you have the same power as the women who are successful, as the men who are successful, that you see them just $1,000,000 in it, right? Just going with it. You are worthy of that same success. But if you don't feel it, you are not going to get there. And the unworthiness is the gap. It creates and it widens the gap. The unworthiness widens the gap from you and from the things that you want, from you and the life that you want. It just keeps widening and widening and widening the gap. And it's why you feel when you see other people succeed that you're so far off, that you're struggling, and you may be right around the corner from it. You may be one idea away from it. You may be one client away from it. But with your thoughts, you keep widening the gap, and it seems so far to you. When it seems so far to you, you really get discouraged. And what happens is you might get comfortable, right? All of that unworthiness could make you say, forget it. I'll take my time, or it's not for me, or not right now, or I'm going to need too much to get it done, right? I'm going to have to run through loops. It could be right around the corner for you. But you got to wake up and you've got to feel, I'm worthy of success. I'm worthy of happiness. I'm worthy of freedom. I'm worthy of all the things that I want. So whatever it is that you want, you got to know that you're worthy of it. And I share this with you because today I got a glimpse of myself last year, how I wanted success and I wanted freedom and I wanted impact, but I felt unworthy in a lot of areas, and it's because I watched a lot of other people succeed around me, not respecting the fact of what's done behind closed doors, not respecting the fact of whether they've been doing the alignment work, right? Not understanding that God gives all of us the same power, that one power we all have. Some people are able to channel it with their worthiness, with their prayers, with their alignment work, while others just sit there with their limiting questions like, why not me? I don't want you to be that person who sits there like, why not me? Because yes, it could be you, but that's the key. You have to feel worthy. And when I say that to you, I think about some of the things that I want, and I want you to do this right now. I want you to think about something that you want. I'll give you an example. I'd like a white Range Rover. I like that car. I want that. When I used to think about myself having it or sitting in it and driving in it, there was still unworthiness lurking around. And not only unworthiness, there were thoughts of, I don't want my friends to think I'm better than them. Or, I don't want to make anybody else feel bad. All of these things that maybe you can resonate with, maybe thoughts that you've had in your own head, right? But how is so and so going to feel, or who am I going to discuss my success with? Because damn, I can't discuss my success with somebody who's not succeeding, right? That's another thing that I used to think in my head. All these things, and I'm like, this is not fair to me. So it's not fair to you. If you want something, you can't allow all those other things to make you feel unworthy. Because it's fears. It's those fears, and that's why you kind of back off and you shine. You're like, I don't know if I'm worthy of that. No. You are worthy, and you should be having the things that you want, regardless if the people around you have what they want. Because them having what they want, they have to do the work for what they want. They have to channel, they have to get the energy. And I think it's a beautiful thing if you get what you want, if you start to feel worthy and deserving, and you shine your light, because you will help them. They will say, Dad, Cassandra, she used to have coffee with me. And I remember when we both were talking about the struggle. And now she's talking about success and happiness and achievement and worthiness and freedom. Wow. I want you to look at it that way. Not like if I go have coffee with her, I'm doing well. No. Let me be her light. We were both sitting in the same situation one time together. Let me show her that it's possible. And she'll believe me because I was sitting right with her before. Not in such a good place, in an unworthy place. So I want you to think this way, because you are so worthy. And I just got chills right now. I mean, you have kids, you got a family. They are worthy. They're worthy of the freedom of traveling and being educated around the world versus just locked in school. They're worthy of so much freedom. So this is when I want you to connect back to your why. Why are you doing what you're doing? And it's for them. You better drive up your worth. You better start to feel worthy, because it's the only way you're going to attract clients. You're going to attract customers. Your business and your sales are going to soar, and they're going to increase. All those things that you think about and you manifest, they're going to be manifested in the physical. All those things. But you got to feel like, I want that. And that's why I wanted to share the example with you of the white Range Rover that I wanted. Whenever I thought about seeing myself sat in it, too much was coming up. Too much of feeling bad. Too much of I don't deserve it. Too much of I need to do a little bit more. How can I get here when I only have 10 customers? That doesn't even make sense. Those numbers don't even add up. You can sit in there if you want to, Ty. You can sit in that range. So I'm telling you, you can be wherever you want to. Stop counting the little ducks. I only got 10 customers and adding the numbers up. When you work for God, you realize that you don't need to tally up stuff. You don't need to count. You don't need to do all of that. You just need to say, I'm going to use my power today to impact and inspire the way I have been called to do, and God will bless that. He will multiply that. And I say that because I spent a lot of time last year too with if I had 10 customers for this and if I had 20 customers for this, and that's cool, right? Because that's how you kind of foresee your income and as a business owner, and you get things in order. But I just find a different way with God now. It's just like, I'm going to do what I do, and it's going to be blessed. And I want you to think that too. I'm going to get up and do what I do. And because I pray and I ask God to bless what I do, I am highly favored and blessed. And then I'm going to feel worthy of all the new customers and clients that want what I have to offer. I'm going to feel worthy of that. And then Step 3, I'm going to ask infinite intelligence. I'm going to ask God to attract all the women who want what I have to offer. And I'm going to stay in the deserving place, in the deserving mode to receive that of which I've asked for. So do you feel me? And I say this now because now it's a different picture. Now when I picture myself in the white Range Rover that I want, I'm happy in that shit. I got shades on now in there. Listen, I got a little essential oil diffuser plugged in the fan. It's gotten real over time, right? But at the beginning, it was the image, the feelings behind it, the unworthiness. It was the unworthiness that clouded everything for me. It clouded the image. It clouded the feeling. It clouded the belief that I could even have it and sit in it. So when you get to this place of worthiness, you'll realize I can have whatever I want in divine time, in divine order. I can have it. And if you respect the divine time and the divine order of God and just believe that it's yours and that you can have it, then you will have it. And I promise you that. I promise you that because that's a word today that I'm sharing with you. And the same way I'm telling you that when you reach that success, to go have coffee with those people who are not successful, don't feel bad about it because it's what I'm doing today. I'm impacting lives that I've hung out with behind social media. You know what I'm saying? That maybe are still struggling, maybe still don't feel worthy. And I refuse to sit back and not feel worthy because my circle doesn't. I need to be the light so that way they feel worthy. So that way I can help them get what they need. And that's how you're going to attract so many more people to you. You've got to help people get what they want and what they need. So if you're a business owner, I want you to look at your business and say, what is it that I do? And don't get locked into one thing. Don't get locked into one thing. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. I create websites, right? This is what I do. Okay, that's not all that I do, right? That's not all that you do if you create websites. I'm using it as an example. I'm not a web designer. I'm just using an example. I design websites. But no, that's not all that I do. I bring women's images to life. I make them feel good. I bring their business to a platform where customers and clients can access them and have transactions with them. You know, there's so much more than that you do. So I don't want you to downplay what you do because then you really won't feel worthy. You got to take what you do and see the value, the real value that you're giving women. Don't shortchange yourself. You'd be surprised of what you're doing, how you're impacting another woman's life. Don't downplay it. See all that value you're giving her and keep increasing it, and then know that you are worthy. You are worthy. And so is that other woman on the other end of you receiving all that you're doing for her. And all you do is create more worthiness and more worthiness. And I'm going to tell you right now the difference between two feelings. Two feelings before I leave you. Desire and expectation feel one way. Doubt and fear feel another way. Desire and expectation feel one way, and doubt and fear feel another way. Those feelings are the vibrations that I'm talking about. If you are not desiring and expecting, you've got to get there. Doubting and fearing, there's some unworthiness going on there. There's some unworthiness going on, those doubts and those fears. Right? Just like I was afraid to, sit in that car or even imagine myself sitting in that car. So you got to flesh these things out. I want you to think about some things that you want today. And if that's time freedom, that's people freedom, that's financial freedom, see yourself there. And when you see yourself there, please share with me what comes up for you. Is there a voice that says that's impossible, or you can't have that, or not right now, or that big word, but. Think about that. And I did this exercise, and I thought about some things that I wanted, and I put myself in an imaginative state of those things. And I found the first time I did it, it was like, but how? And but when? And that's impossible. And as I kept doing this, now I sit in the white Ranger, I'm like, oh my God, it's mine. I expect it. I desire it. If I doubt it and fear it, it will never be mine. And all that tells me is that I still feel some unworthiness of what I want. You are worthy. Your desires are always pure. Wanting, there's nothing wrong with wanting. When you want it and you believe it, That's the key. When you want it and you believe it, that's the key. Because when you want it and believe it, it feels one way. But when you want it and you don't believe it, it feels another way. I want you to think about that. I want this, but I feel this way. It's probably why I ain't getting it. I want this and I feel this way. Oh my God, that's exciting. I don't know when, but I see myself sitting in a Range Rover. I don't know when, but I see myself, with 10 more clients, whatever it is that you want. You've got to want to desire it and feel a certain way. It's got to feel exciting to you. You've got to feel like, yes. And let me tell you something. If you don't, ain't nothing wrong with you. Okay? Nothing wrong with you. It just takes some more work, some more alignment, some more getting in tune with yourself and with the things you want. And just being honest with yourself like I did last year. I'm like, I look back, I'm like, I never felt unworthy of that damn Range Rover. I would have had that shit by now. Right? You will have all the things that you feel worthy of. So I want you to know that if something is not here yet, ask yourself, am I feeling worthy? And if you are, then say, hey, let me respect God's divine timing. But if you're not, if you find that you're not, say, that's it then. That's it. I got to work on my unworthiness, because if I'm here sitting saying that my husband and my kids deserve it and they're worthy, but I'm the one who's got to do the work, then I got to feel worthy. You got to feel worthy. If you're the one trying to free their lives, bring them freedom, right? Give your kids the life that they deserve and be unlimited and not worry about anything, then you got to feel worthy. And I want you to do that today. Yes, listen. Worthy, you are worthy, man. And there's the reason what helped me too, and I'm like, what makes me feel so good, I'm like, it doesn't matter how old I am. It doesn't matter my race. It doesn't matter where I live. It doesn't matter how much money I have in the bank. It doesn't matter how many customers and clients I have right now. It does not matter. If I feel worthy, then God's going to give me the things that I feel worthy of, because we think in mental pictures. So in my mind, I got the beach house. In my mind, I got the white Range Rover. In my mind, I'm traveling around. In my mind, I'm doing amazing things for the Boss Club. Over the top. In my mind, I'm doing a lot. In my mind, I'm increasing the members in Fab City so more and more women can feel worthy and get what they want. So I want you as a business owner today, I want you to give more people what they want and they need. Trust me. Trust me. Do it with fear. Do it with, I don't know who's going to listen to me. Maybe one person might jump on the live. Doesn't matter. That's one person's life you change. You telling me that one person is not worthy of what you have to say? You're both worthy. She's worthy of getting your message and you're worthy of giving it to her. So even if it's one person, you got to step out. And I got to say that, times are changing and a lot is happening, and we're awakening more and we're learning so much more, and we're spreading more love now, and that's the way to do it. That's how we're going to help each other. And if you can make your clients feel worthy, you know how many other clients are going to want to come to you, because the women who walk away from you they're just amazing. Think about this. This is not only for you. Not only for you. So I need you to feel worthy so that your customers and clients can feel worthy. Right? And then more can be attracted to you. And I do this all the time. Whenever I'm coaching in the Boss Club or speaking in Fab City, I'm always like, everybody's worthy of being here and listen to my message. Everybody here that I pray for is worthy for the things that they want. I pray for Fab City every morning, like clockwork. Boss Club every morning. My coach, everybody I pray for, right? But I always see them when I pray for them. Let me leave you with this. When I pray for people, I see them worthy and happy. Worthy and happy of the things that they desire. Because if I see them in my mind in a different state, then I'm not doing them any good by praying for them. So those of you that are on here today, bless you. I see you worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy of everything that you desire, but you got to desire and expect it. Don't doubt it and fear it. And if you doubt it and fear it, just know that maybe you're still in your early stages of tackling that one thing that you want, that one desire. Maybe that one desire feels big to you right now, and that's okay. That white Range Rover was very big for me last year. I wanted it, but it was big for me. So I want you to think about that. You desire it and want it, or you doubt it and fear it. And doubting and fearing and unworthy is just going to widen the gap from you and the life that you want. What I want you to do is close the gap. And the way you close the gap is worthiness. And when you feel worthy right there, one with the thing that you desire, you will have it. You will have it in your life. So I want you to think about that today. God bless you. I pray for you this morning. I pray for all of you this morning that are in Fab City. Those of you that come on, whether you come on or not, I'm praying for all 200 members in here that you tune in. And I especially pray for those that don't tune in, because I know those that will tune in will get a word, will get an inspiration, a thought, a reminder, some kind of love. And I know this for sure because God has made me worthy to speak and to empower people and to impact. So it's why I can get on here and just do it, not caring if 2 people get on, 5 people get on. I'm doing what God called me to do and give the words that He gave me to give. Worthiness today, worthiness, because I want you to be worthy, and I want you to make your customers and clients feel worthy. Make your community feel worthy. If you haven't popped in there in a while, pop in there. Make them feel worthy. Ask them what are some of their desires, what do they want, and then when they tell you, say, have you imagined yourself there? And if they have, say, how do you feel when you imagine yourself there? And then you can help them with that. If they feel good, say, that's awesome, keep it up. If they don't, say why. Maybe you don't feel worthy of it, maybe it feels too big to you. Let's start breaking it down in smaller chunks. But really empower your people, man. Be that person in your group, in your community business that sends out an empowering email, right? That sends out a video, that sends out a message, that goes in the group. But be that light. And if you don't have a business, be that light at work. Be that light in your house. God is blessing all of these good deeds. And every time you do good deeds, you start to feel good and feel worthy. So when you don't feel worthy, maybe it's the value that you're not giving, the value that you don't feel within, right? So feel it within and give it, receive value, and you will be valuable. And people will love you and be drawn to you because they know when they walk away from you, they feel worthy and they feel value. They've walked away with a good feeling. And I don't want you to sit and think I have to give them something like before. Inspiration, value, love, empowerment. They know what their own desires are. They know what they want to manifest. You just have to give them the love and the fire to do so. So I wanted to share that with you today because I don't want you to struggle this week. I don't want you to look at anybody else like they live in their best life. Let me tell you something. I've seen a lot of people get divorced over the last 2 weeks on Instagram. So don't be in nobody else's life wishing it was yours. Just wish that you can desire and expect the things that you want and no longer doubt and fear them. Just wish that you can make sure you're in alignment every day with God. Just make sure that you're being kind and good to people. Just make sure that you are increasing you so you can increase others. Don't compare. And remember, you're just as worthy as everybody else that's succeeding and making money and they live in their dream life. They feel worthy. Soon as you do, keep doing the work you're doing, keep aligning, keep imagining, keep tuning in, and I guarantee you, I will be congratulating you on some shit you thought that you couldn't have. So I love you. Have an amazing, amazing day. And don't forget that you are worthy, and I want you to make everyone else around you feel worthy. And just spread that power, spread that love, and it will come back to you. Love you.